So, which is the cleanest city or cleanest air quality city in India? And worst air quality in India? Which city would have?
I think one of the worst, as a city, small city, I think one of the worst is Ghaziabad.
Okay.
A lot of industry over there and a lot of population there and a lot of activity there. So that's, I think, one of the worst. Even Gwalior was at one point ranked. Agra, Gwalior, Ghaziabad, in तीनों में number 1 घूमता रहता है.
एक छोटा सा टाउन है जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट में बार्नीहाट, बार्नीहाट, how do you pronounce it? BYRINHAT ऐसे करके कुछ.
Okay.
ऐसे नॉर्थ ईस्ट का, see that's the one. Can you see it? बिरनीहाट ये
Okay.
नॉर्थ ईस्ट में एक बॉर्डर पे there's this town. वहाँ पे सिर्फ इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा सीमेंट, कोल, मार्बल सब होता है. इट्स द मोस्ट पॉपुलेटेड सिटी इन द वर्ल्ड. एंड वहाँ पे किसी ने ना एक बहुत वायरल पोस्ट था यहाँ पे लिविंग इन द वर्ल्ड्स मोस्ट पोल्यूटेड सिटी, इट्स इन इंडिया.
अच्छा.
एंड उधर किसी ने कुछ फ्रूट्स वेजिटेबल्स उगाने की कोशिश करी. नॉर्मल वेजिटेबल्स ऐसे उगते हैं. चेक, दिस इज कैबेज.
Wow.
किसी ने उगाने की कोशिश करी कैबेज, तो दिस इज द.
Yeah, so there's the economic impact of air pollution is tremendous.
Yeah.
Not only on the health of people, but air pollution causes lower yields on our entire crop in India. Now, imagine if you start calculating the economic impact of that, it comes in close over $100 billion is the economic impact on one of those issues. On health, it's $87 billion. On tax, if in Delhi there's a statistic which says that people live 9 years less on average in the city of Delhi because of air pollution. 9 years of life is lost. So 9 years of life from a consumption perspective and from a direct and indirect tax perspective, what is that cost to the exchequer?
So I was reading a Lancet report which said India हर साल $150 billion lose करता है just because of air pollution.
There you go.
$150 billion every year. Yeah. So ये तो problems की बात कर ली. Tell me, Delhi को अब Davos कैसे बनाए?
So that was my tagline.
Yeah.
My first client that we got. The way I got into it is also an interesting story. But for the first 8 months after I started BreatheEasy, I had 0 clients. My own family said, "Ye pagal ho gaya hai."
First 8 months?
Yeah, 8 months, 0 clients, okay. 0 business. Everybody said he's gone mad. I had taken a 1-year sabbatical before that, before I started BreatheEasy. And my own family said that after the sabbatical, he doesn't want to do anything for the rest of his life. And that's why he's selling clean air. कि कोई खरीदेगा नहीं तो ये कुछ करेगा नहीं. But somewhere in my head I said नहीं कुछ है इसमें. And I'll tell you how I got into it. So I'd taken sabbatical from my previous life. I was working with a business that I started in the US, and I was traveling every 20 days. 20 days in India, 20 days in the US, 20 days in India, 20 days in the US. I did this for 6 years. Completely burnt out. And when I was in the US for 20 days, I used to be in at least a minimum of 6 cities in those 20 days. So burnout. After 5-6 years of doing that, I said, I'm done. Can't do this anymore. Need a break for 1 year. So I took off. I went up to the mountains. I went to the Appalachian Trail. I went to the Alps. And then I came back to India and I went up to Yamunotri. I took special permission to stay with the pandas in Yamunotri.
Nice.
And I'm staying over there, और एक रात को बड़ी जोर के बारिश हुई, like bad thunder and huge rainfall. Scary. But I woke up in the morning and I saw the brightest blue skies that I had seen for a long time. And in my head, I was just contrasting the grey skies of Delhi. Delhi mein the skies are always grey. Even Bombay, mostly it's grey. Light blue dikhta hai, we feel good. But the bright, crisp blue skies, I saw that in Yamunotri that morning. And both my children had suffered after we moved back from the US to India. in 2010, both my kids, small kids at the time, they suffered with wheezing or like close to asthma, all those issues. My wife also suffered. She had chronic cough, like to the point her rib cage got damaged because of a chronic cough. And then we found air purifiers and put it, they got a little bit better. When I saw that gray and blue sky contrast in my head in Yamunotri, I immediately said, my father-in-law has got a building in Delhi called the Paharpur Business Center, and he's fixed the air quality in that building. Mujhe itna hi pata tha. And I knew he had done a TED talk. He had been invited to go to California to do the original TED talk, which he did, a 3-minute talk on air quality. I didn't know much. I said, "Theek hai." I immediately came back to Delhi. I went to him and I said, I think there's a huge problem in Delhi. You fixed your building. You fixed your health. Why aren't you helping others? And he looks at me and he says, I've got enough on my plate. I've got too much on my plate. I don't have time to do all this. You want to do it. You're looking for your next venture. You start this. I said, I don't know anything about air quality. I'm not even an engineer. I said, how will I do this? He says, don't worry. It's not that difficult. You'll figure it out. I said, okay. So I started reading. And for 3 months, I only read about air pollution and air quality and indoor air quality and what is the science behind it and how to fix it. And sara kuch pad dala. Whatever I could get my hands on, I read. And I started January 1, 2013.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to start a company called BreatheEasy and see how it goes. So it created a division under Paharpur. Let's see how it goes. 8 months, 0 sales, 0 customers. And my own family said he's lost it. He doesn't want to do anything for the rest of his life.
इसलिए कर रहा है.
But somewhere in my heart, I knew कुछ तो गड़बड़ है इधर, कुछ करना पड़ेगा, awareness जागरूकता पैदा करनी पड़ेगी इसमें. We started calling editors of every newspaper we could find. Indian Express, Times of India, Hindustan Times, सारे हिंदी के न्यूज़पेपर्स, इंग्लिश के न्यूज़पेपर्स, सबको बुला लिया. ऑफिस में आते थे, उनको लंच खिलाते थे, उनको प्रेजेंटेशन देते थे, उनको समझाते थे कि ये पोल्यूशन क्या है. I sat with Dr. Pranay Roy at that time at NDTV, and he was very knowledgeable, and he quizzed me and asked me everything, and I explained everything to him. I said, yes. I said, create more awareness, start talking about air pollution. So newspapers, they started doing editorials on air pollution. The second thing that happened at that time, this is I think 2014 or 15, President Obama had come to India as the chief guest for the 26th January Republic Day. Yes. Pollution is high in January. And there was an article the day he left saying his 5-day, I can't remember the exact number. I think it was a 4-day visit in India has cost him 4 hours of his life because of air pollution. I think everybody woke up with that. He came for 3 days and he's lost 4 hours of his life. We live here. What is happening to us?
थैंक यू सो मच ये क्लिप एंड तक देखने के लिए. अगर आपको और भी ऐसी क्लिप्स देखनी है तो राज शमानी क्लिप्स चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए.